Welcome inside the ACU TV or studio. I'm Cindy Varner alongside Connor Mullins. Our top stories today include a look at ACU's Fulbright Scholars, a sixth straight men's basketball win, and a look back at what the students did for the Super Bowl. This is the Optimist Newscast. Fulbright Scholarship has brought opportunities to college students around the world for many years now. Optimist Carrie Johnston has more on this year's candidates.
The Office of Major Scholarships announced on January 26th that 9 ACU students are semifinalists for the Fulbright grant. If chosen, will spend an academic year abroad working on research projects or as English teaching assistants, with each trip being sponsored by the U.S. government. According to the director of the Office of Major Scholarships, Dr. Jason Morris, these potential honors will not only bring national prestige to the university, but more importantly, change the students' lives.
Not only is the experience they'll have in country life-changing, but then when they get back, that they're part of that Fulbright family that allows them to network and receive advantages for being a part of that program.
One student up to be a finalist is Kelsey Abston, a senior English major from Lubbock, Texas. She received the news of becoming a semifinalist while in class.
When I opened the email and it said that there was a change to my account, I immediately opened it, and on my account it said that a decision had been made, and when I opened it and it said semifinalist, it was so hard not to jump out of my seat.
If a student is selected as a finalist, they will be sent to their chosen country and immerse themselves in an entirely new culture. For Abston, she would live in Germany, which, after a months-long application process assisted by multiple faculty and staff members, would mean the world to her.
It would be a dream come true. I studied abroad sophomore year in Germany and I loved it. I would just love to go back and do it again, but this time as my own, not an American bubble, and just making it even more of a home than it already is.
This year's Fulbright semifinalists will find out if they will join previous ACU winners throughout March and April, as the separate countries announce their finalists. For The Optimist, I'm Carrie Johnston, reporting.
Campus celebrated Valentine's Day last week, and SJ brought back a tradition called Sadie Hawkins Week. Optimist Shelby Bird has more.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, and ACU's Student Government Association is celebrating by bringing back a historical ACU tradition, Sadie Hawkins Week. Students participated in a number of activities throughout the week, including a best date competition, buying roses and candygrams, and watching faculty couple highlights. SJ's Director of Student Engagement and Recruitment, Marilyn Allen, was the one responsible for planning this year's Sadie Hawkins Week. She says Sadie Hawkins this year was less geared towards dating and more geared towards Valentine's Day as a whole.
Sadie Hawkins in the past has had a Sadie Hawkins dance at the end of the week, and throughout the week there's been discounted dates. But this year we wanted to make it more geared towards Valentine's Day, so that's why we did the candygrams, the roses, and the skating place. And we're really excited to celebrate this week.
The week traditionally ended with a dance, but this year SGA opted for a more modern take and ended the week with a roller skating night at Abilene Skating Place. Couples, singles, and groups of friends alike gathered outside the skating place at 10 o'clock p.m. on Friday and got ready to skate the night away. ACU couple Brett Feddersen and Amelia Ferrero say that the night was a fantastic end to a fantastic week.
I really like this skating event. It was a lot of fun. I fell a few times, but it was fun.
It was pretty nice, you know? Not me having to ask her all the time. She asked me. It was really nice. Yeah, we liked it.
Yeah.
I'm Shelby Bird with The Optimist reporting. Happy Valentine's Day!
Along with the Valentine's festivities around campus last week, football fans were gearing up for the Super Bowl. Allie Jones got to talk to students across campus and ask them how they were feeling about the big game.
Hey guys, it's me, Allie Jones, and we are here on campus today to see how students are watching the Super Bowl. We're about to go inside Bullock Hall. Yeah, so if you're not supporting the Cowboys in today's game, what team are you supporting?
I'm actually not supporting any team. I'm just really supporting a good game. I think the Rams are going to win, but not really supporting anyone.
Next, we went to Maybe to check out the Hall Watch Party.
It's exciting. Guys, we love football and we love to eat as well. So combining the two is kind of like a match made in heaven. And so it's exciting.
Yeah, so what's your favorite Super Bowl tradition?
I guess to eat. I guess it's probably like every sporting event, but just to eat.
Just tell me a little bit about how this year in a dorm watching the Puppy Bowl or the Super Bowl is different from last year.
Last year I was at home and not surrounded by a lot of people, so there you go. Yeah, also there's free food, so.
What's your favorite Super Bowl snack? There it is. Okay. We wrapped up by talking with Zach Snyder at Edwards Hall.
Yeah, and McVay probably wanted to hold.
Can you just tell me about the importance of having an event like this for your residents?
Yeah, the return to being able to have events again after a long time of not being able to do them due to COVID last year, it really changed the way that our community operated to not be able to have events. But we're really glad to be able to return to them this year.
The Rams won Sunday's game with a final score of 23-20. For the Optimist, I'm Allie Jones.
Up next, the Wildcats had an eventful weekend with basketball, softball, and tennis all competing. Connor Mullins has more with sports.
Thanks, Sydney. This past weekend, the Wildcats went up against its previous Lone Star Conference rivals, Tarleton, in basketball. The men traveled to Stephenville while the women hosted the Texans at home. Optimist McKenna Holman has more.
The Abilene Christian Alumni Association hosts many different events throughout each semester. Vice President for Advancement in Alumni, Craig Fisher, attended ACU and found himself back here wanting to stay connected.
ACU was a real transformative place for me when I came here as a student, graduated, and the chance to come back and work here has been a real big blessing.
One of the most common things they do on campus is providing food at sports events. On Saturday, February 12th, students in the Abilene community were invited to the women's basketball game for free food and snacks provided by the Alumni Association.
I tried to do something today with a little bit of free food and some opportunity just to get people together and come to the game and eat and support the Lady Wildcats.
The Alumni Association has been a blessing to students and faculty in various ways. One student who has seen this firsthand is Matthew Fletcher, who has gotten to be a student worker in the Alumni Relations Office.
Every once in a while I get these calls from alumni and they just tell me how much ACU has blessed them.
It is beneficial to the university to have alumni who want to come back and be supportive, even many years after they have graduated and left ACU. This also shows how big of an impact a small school like ACU has on the people who come here.
See how God is working through them and how God is working through me at ACU. And it's just cool.
You can find more on the Alumni Association on the ACU website and to keep up with our schedule and upcoming events. For The Optimist, I'm McKenna Holman.
Softball fans got their first look at the team as the Wildcats traveled to UTEP for a tournament on Friday. The first game against Idaho State, which ended in a mercy rule as ACU lost 11-0. The team then went up against UTEP, taking its second loss of the season before facing Idaho State a second time. The next two matchups were against Creighton, in which the Wildcats lost both, and the final match of the weekend, the Wildcats went up against UTEP, which ended in a win. The team will travel to Denton, and the next tournament will begin Friday at 1 p.m. This past weekend, the men's tennis team faced UT Arlington and Rice. The team hosted the UTA Mavericks in a thrilling nail-biter that ended in the Wildcats winning 4-3. It came down to the last match with sophomore Dario Komet winning, causing the Wildcats to storm the court. The team then traveled to Houston shortly after to face off against Rice. Houston was a different story for the Wildcats as they fell 6-1. The Wildcats won a doubles match and nearly won a second. The next matchup will be the HEB Invitational on Friday and Saturday in Corpus Christi. That's it for this week's Optimist Newscast. I'm Connor Mullins.
And I'm Cindy Varner. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.